Hi guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you some ideas about blurring. I've been using that on a recent video about the detach tool where I had to show you this how it works based on an email, and of course I didn't want that everybody can read all the text or all my emails. So I went back and forth several times, and I tried to blur specific areas, and I got a little bit tired. I mean, of course, you can do that when you click on your. Yeah, I have to tell you, this is about PowerDirector Cyber. I think the company is called CyberLink PowerDirect. The product is PowerDirector. In my case, I'm using version 16, and I think it's a pretty good tool for blurring. Of course, also for other effects. It's pretty cheap, and I mean, it has some flaws, of course, but regarding the price, it's really a decent product. I'm not complaining. I fully switched to this product now because, especially of the blurring, it has huge advantages. I was compared to Microsoft Movie Maker. I was doing before I've done all my projects with Microsoft Movie Maker because it's so easy to handle. And but this thing is not much more difficult. It's a little bit more difficult, but it has more features and it has more quality. At least it has options to choose for more quality, and especially regarding blurring. So of course you have the blurring tool, which most of the people know, like the when you go to tools and then you have the power tools and then you go to motion tracking, and you can choose an area which you want to blur, and so it will then follow this thing, like especially when you have outdoor, maybe you have license plates and those things, you can mark a car and then you can blur a specific thing. But here I had too much. I really had too much. I just wanted to blur everything, but still give you the chance to see actually what I'm doing. So I then came to the idea to use one of these FX functions, like it's the in the effect room of the Power Director, and there you have 124 filters. If you have just the standard product, I think you can buy even more, but at 124 it's hard to get an overview or keep track with all of these. So I have made my favorites. I'm usually just using one of these fine noise glass tile, and but I'm still playing around. The thing is, you have options. Some people don't know about these options. Some people just take this filter and drag it down to the timeline. I'm not doing this because it will change. So just drag to the, no, I can yeah, keep holding it and don't release. When I released it, it would add this to this clip. So I'm going back. Um, when you, instead of adding this to the clip, where you often have no options to change anything, it's just like a standard version. I don't know what standards it will use. You can take such a filter like the glass filter which I'm having, you can drag it down to this area, the FX area. So you have to drag it to this FX, it says FX. So you can drag it down, and then when you uh, double click on this thing in the timeline, let's say here we have the glass, then you get to the options, and here we have a degree. Means degree of intensity of this thing. When you hover your mouse on top of it, it will say increase or decrease the intensity of the effect. So you can, if you watch the right area with the email, you can still see here like the word promotion. And when we let let's see. I can't move it away. Uh, I when we increase this thing, now it's we have an on level 4. It's already difficult to read anything. When we go to 5, yeah, it's absolutely impossible. 6 and so on. You can make it even worse. I mean, with 20, it's hard to see that's an email. You can't definitely read anything, even if it would be huge letters. So you can decide based on the letter size, of course, what your needs are. I used number 4, so it gave me the chance to show you still some things dragging around, but not seeing all the text. Uh, but this is not the case. You don't have. It's good to know that you don't have same options with every filter. So the options are filter based. So in this case we had just a degree between 3 and 20. So I've just done for demonstration purpose, um, I've done here what's that, new blue pixelator, and when I double click you can see the options which you have. You have more options, like you have a position. You can select where you want to have it. I think it's the red button. So you can a red dot, a red dot, uh, which you can drag to any area where you want to have the blurring effect, and then you can choose the width, block size, and height. So you can go pick just a very small area. We go again to the position so you can see something. Um, yeah, pressing OK. Yes, and so you can see it's really just a small area. Can really when you make it larger, here you will see the change, and also there's a block size, so you can make the blocks smaller or bigger. So depending on that, the visibility will change a lot, of course. So that's a huge thing. And yeah, with almost every filter you will have different options, and that's really good. So you have so many possibilities to apply filters either to the whole area or to part of it, and you can select how strong the filters should be, and there's such a huge variety. So if you don't have something which you want to track specifically, like a car plate or something like that, then it's a really nice thing. Or even when you're outside and you're having, like, you're moving around with your camera, and you have in a quick video you have 20 license plates, and you don't want to blurry all of them, and it's not needed actually that you see everything super sharp, then you can use this thing anyway. So it gives you just an alternate solution for that, because motion tracking blurring can be a huge problem, especially with PowerDirector. I had a lot of troubles with that. So usually when you go to the when you go to the tools, power tools, you have just one chance to apply your motion tracker blurring. One chance, usually one chance. You technically can you remove like a tracker and blurring there. When you think you haven't done it right, you can remove it, but it doesn't go away. I've been writing back and forth to the support, and we try to solve this, and actually sometimes it solves the case, sometimes it doesn't, so it's a huge hassle. So instead of spending hours on a motion tracker, sometimes it's just easier to have something like this. So I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.